Just looking at the UCLA film, how did you guys hold up against the blitz when you got to look at it?
For the blitz, most part, decent. There's a couple times we got some one-on-one matchups that they got us on, but as far as IDing and seeing who we're supposed to block, we were pretty solid on that, so I was happy with those guys on that.
It looked like there was a sequence where kind of Vi was maybe helping Jackson with the line calls. You guys were kind of inside the red zone, and he kind of moved some things around.
I wouldn't know. I don't know if they're just communicating plays or something like that. Brett calls all of our protections. Like I said, we had a pretty good beat on where it was coming from, and like I said, with the exception of one, we executed as far as who hatting it up. I mean, obviously we could block it at times better, but as far as getting a hat on a hat where it was supposed to be, did a good job. Brett did a nice job with that. That was a big challenge for him.
Did you feel like at a certain point they were blitzing as much to slow down the run as much as to get to Jackson? Or
no, I feel like it was pretty normal for them. I think they played their game plan like they've been all year. They've been pretty aggressive all year, so I don't know if it was necessarily designed to stop a run. I think it was just kind of what they do.
And then just moving on to BYU, what's the scout on their front and kind of things they like to do?
They're good. I mean, I've played them a couple times in my career. They're always a very well-coached, fundamental football team that plays really physical. And they got a good front. They're a good football team, and they play really hard. And again, it's going to be it's going to be a heck of a challenge for us. So we got to come out and play our best and beat them.
In practice, Justin Dietrich played some reps at left tackle on the second team. Is it kind of playing with that?
No, that's just practice, just to get through practice type stuff. He'll stay inside no matter what.
Okay. How have those guys worked with Andrew sliding out to left tackle?
They did a good job. I felt like our tackle play's gotten better. I think McKenzie and Voorhees have done a nice job out there on the edge the last couple of games when they've been in that rotation. I think Justin Dietrich played really well on the inside. Last two games, he's really played solid for us. And so it's been a good lineup for us. I think they've gelled. I think they've played a lot of football. They're in pretty good sequence together as far as playing five and doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Have there been any thoughts about throwing Cortland Ford in? This whole season you guys have been messing with the offensive line.
Yeah, I had intentions of playing him the other day. I thought we kind of got in a rhythm as far as we're right there. As far as making a one possession game there in the third quarter, and so kind of went with that lineup. Probably should have put him in at the end. He had a really good week of practice coming off that little kind of nagging injury he's had, but he did a great job for us. Probably should have played him some more. My intentions were to do that.
Might be kind of easy question. When the run game's working for you guys, what is it? What's kind of key?
Well, I think I think that a big part of it is just being on the same page. The quarterback, I think they've done a great job this year of making sure we don't run bad plays into bad looks. We've been very efficient, and when we run the football, it's where and how we want to run the football. I think Brett's done a phenomenal job is making sure that we're in the right blocking scheme to block the front that we're running into. And then the backs have played well. Like I said, there's a lot of times those guys are really making plays for us. I mean, we had a touchdown run the other day that Vi pretty much did on his own. Notre Dame game, I thought Keontae, he did a lot of that on his own. But like I said, I think part of it is just being in the right run at the right time, being very efficient with that. Quarterbacks making sure we're not running bad plays into bad looks.
And a couple of years ago against BYU, Brent kind of had just a big guy sitting right on top of him.
Yeah, that kid's a special player. I mean, he's playing the NFL right now. Like I said, I actually played against him last year, so I felt his pain. That kid's a really good player. They got two good nose guards in there this year. I think we have some opportunities from our guards, depending on what they do to help them, and we're going to need to do that. And so, if we get in a situation where they drop 8, we got to have a plan for it.